Hi, this is Mrs. Bettis, counselor at Bush Middle School. Today we're going to be talking about 8th grade course selections. So going into 8th grade, there's going to be many options when we get to our electives, but let's cover our core classes first. So going into 8th grade, you will still have to have an ELAR class, you will have a math class, you also have a science and American history class. In addition to those core classes, you also have an option for honors by selecting honors for that history class or an honors for the science class, depending on recommendations from teachers, past scores, parents' input, and to see if you would be able to take those rigorous classes by doing the honors in 8th grade. In addition to the 4 core classes, you also have to have a semester of either PE or semester of athletics for boys or girls. So if you were a student who was participating in sports in 7th grade and you still want to continue playing a sport in 8th grade, you would want to choose the athletic class, and athletics goes full year for both boys and girls. If you decide to take a PE class, you can do a PE half semester, and also you can choose health half semester. So that health credit, if you decide to take it in 8th grade, you're actually going to earn a high school credit for health. When you go to high school, health is a requirement from the state to graduate from high school, so you have to get that health class in order to graduate. If you want to get that done early, you can actually take it in 8th grade. We are also going to add the dance class, and dance is going to be new this upcoming school year. So dance in 8th grade, if you choose to do dance, you can use that for either a fine arts elective, but it also can be used as a PE credit in 8th grade. So again, dance can be used half semester for either your fine arts credit or your PE credit. Also in 8th grade, you have so many options when it comes to electives. So I'm going to go through the list of options for you that you can choose in 8th grade. Again, these classes, some of them you would have had to have taken, obviously, if you took it in 6th grade or 7th grade, you would go up in the number. So for example, if I've already taken Theater Arts 1, but I want to take it a second time, you would take Theater Arts 2. So just depending if you took that course already in 6th or 7th grade, you want to make sure you're going in order based on 1, 2, or 3. So here are the options. We have band, we have choir for boys and girls. We also have AIM. Again, you have that Art 1, you have that Art 2. But if you've already done Art 1 or you've already finished Art 2, you can actually take a high school art class. If you choose to take that high school art class, again, you will gain credit, that high school credit you will need when you get to Reagan. So again, a fine arts credit in high school, you need 1 full year of a high school credit for fine arts to graduate from high school. So that's being offered in 8th grade if you would like to take the high school art class. We also have orchestra, debate, 1, 2, or 3. The theater arts class that I mentioned earlier, 1, 2. Productions class would be that third one. That would be going through Miss Moy and what she decides who gets into that productions class. We have robotics, journalism, creative writing, principles of computer science, principles of art, AV and communication, digital communication in the 21st century. And lastly, I'm going to mention Spanish. So again, in 7th grade, if you took a Spanish 1A and you are a beginner and you're just learning, you could also go into either the Spanish 1B if you're still not very confident on the reading, speaking, and writing. I would take the Spanish 1B. If you feel like I'm good at this is something that I can get credit for already, then you would want to go into the Spanish high school class, which is Spanish 1, get a full year, and then next year in high school, you would only need 1 year to complete your 2 years needed in high school for your foreign language, because you need 2 years of a foreign language at Reagan High School to graduate, along with that health and along with that full year of fine arts credit. So if that's an option for you, then you would want to take that high school Spanish class. For those of my people that are native speakers, so we do have native speakers that are very good at speaking Spanish, reading in Spanish, and writing in Spanish, but also the grammar is a big thing when you are writing in Spanish. If you feel that you are pretty good at reading, speaking, and writing in Spanish, in the spring, we do have a teacher that comes down from the high school, and they do a test, and they test your skill level for that reading, writing, and speaking. If you pass, you can actually go into an advanced Spanish class in 8th grade and earn credit. Some other options that I have not mentioned yet is going to be the PALS class and also a teacher/student aid class, an AVID class, and yearbook. So when we talk about PALS and we talk about student or teacher aid, those are going to consist, in addition to AVID, those are going to consist of applications that we will get out later in the spring. And the applications you would fill out, turn it into the counseling office. And then Mr. Ansley and myself go through those applications and we make sure we find the right fit for someone who wants to be a student aid or office aid, also for PALS. So all of these are all applications that we take, we look at, and we choose who goes into that class. So finally, when you're going through and you're selecting your classes, we want to make sure that you select 2 electives. So you're going to do those 4 core, you're going to do your 2 electives. In addition to that, on Skyward, if you go into the alternate selection, those alternate selections are going to be 2 additional classes. So what I would do is rate them. I'm going to pick the first 2 that I really want. And then when I get to the alternates, I'm going to select 2 more that I feel I'm interested in. This is just in case a class does not make, we don't have enough people selecting the class. But also, we get classes that become full. And so if there's no room to put you in a class that you selected as your first 2, we're going to jump down and choose the next 2 alternates that you selected on Skyward. So make sure that you look through it, that you make sure that everything that you read through, if you have questions, you can come and ask Mr. Ansley or I, or email us. Teacher in the classroom can possibly help as well. If you have a question about something on the course or electives that you want to know more about. So after you choose through Skyward your classes, in a couple of weeks, there is going to be a deadline where we're going to stop and we're not going to accept any more choices on electives. Thank you.